Yo, what's up, Twinks? My name is Muskie, and today is basically the wild card show. We've got myself, Muskie, Ephidel in the top right hand corner for you guys, Blackout in the bottom, and Xander, aka Nxzer, however you want to pronounce it. Four of the coolest dudes in the bracket, basically. We're about to break it down for you. Today we've got another series of the NWL. It's going to be Hey, I'm Average going up against Give Me Your Energy. So, pretty big game considering a lot of these guys haven't actually been able to play a number of series, and we're still kind of figuring out where kind of the power rankings are for the rest of the NWL. And right off the bat, who are you guys feeling today?
Feeling solid, man. These are some of the earlier games I've seen during the day, right? We don't typically do games this early, but I think
Because they're Euro, man. It's because they're Euro.
I figured, yeah. It's cool though. I'm excited, man. It's a big guild matchup.
Interesting seeing a lot of these players play. Like I'm always a fan of watching Randy FC. It's crazy. He always does wild stuff, man. It's always a show, man.
Yeah. So
it's the Randy strats.
What's up, Twinks? My name is Muskie Bad, and my bad. So basically, like in a lot of the games that we've seen so far, it's been Give Me Your Energy's had a lot of trouble getting out of GY, honestly. Their mid-fight is a little bit difficult, and Randy has been the one who's kind of been able to get the flag across sometimes and sort of set up a situation where they're in even standings, or even a little bit advantageous standing, sitting behind the graveyard. And yesterday, we were doing some like practice pre-mates kind of things, and it was actually a Hey, I'm Average going up against Give Me Your Energy. And I was playing in those games. I was subbing in them for a little bit. F came in for a little bit. And Hey, I'm Average was running double Boomkin. They did get rid of MVQ. He's no longer on Hey, I'm Average. So they are going without a Resto Druid. And they dominated mid. There was times where Give Me Your Energy was able to get out of Graveyard and things like that. But it wasn't looking good for them. So HB came in, and HB started giving them a hand running more of a base-to-base kind of strategy where they basically just avoided mid. They're running Windwalker, Rogue, Hunter, that kind of thing, and they did really well. Very well. And I think that might be something that might impact them a little bit better for this series today, because they've kind of got a curveball they can throw now.
It's always good when you have like sort of like an outside standing and like other people come in and play for you. Like you always get like a second perspective. Every time I play with someone new, it always like gives you like a second light, I guess.
Any thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Especially if you've got someone as good as a flag carrier as HB coming in with that kind of experience. A base-to-base play kind of format is definitely like something that's going to be within his forte. So bringing him in, to maybe give out some pointers. He's seen it from the stream point of view, so he knows what's going on. So he's gone in there and obviously sorted a couple of things out, and yeah.
And, I think on top of that too, like they were using Randy yesterday for this practice games, and they're using Randy today as the FC as well. And Randy, as much as he jokes around and kind of like messes around and stuff, like Randy also brings up a lot of good points, and I think he has a tremendous awareness of the map and of just where everyone is. At all times on the map, and I think that's what makes him such a strong FC. And I think there's VODs of that, Muskie, on your stream actually, of Randy doing clutch things, doing pleb mates and stuff like that, which are some of my favorite. So I think just like having that as an additional piece to all of this is so huge, and that's something that now Hey, I'm Average needs to tackle on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Randy's kind of a wild card in all sense of the word. He can pull out strategies in a moment's notice, and nobody, not even his team, sometimes knows what he's doing, but he just makes it happen.
I don't think even he knows what he's doing sometimes.
Sometimes that might
like,
be the case too, but he makes it work. But
Dude,
the guy makes it work.
Randy's a fucking magician. He just pulls shit out of his hat, man.
Yep.
It's fucking yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
I'm going to be really interested to see this today, because I've only ever known Randy to play as a warrior, and I've never seen him play any other kind of tune. So I'm really interested to see how he plays today. But from what I've heard, he's pretty good at playing this FC.
He's definitely one of the best FCs in the bracket, I'd have to say. He plays a lot like Vanilla Milk, who is Blueprint, I'd like to say. Yeah. Very creative with dropping the flag and running around the base and kiting people around, that kind of thing. Really good at that. Can have people chase him for a long time and be very successful with it as well. And I think that really is the strength of their team, is going to be them playing around Randy, allowing him to maybe bring a couple people out of mid to help him or something like that, and bring it more into an out of mid scenario, because AM Average has so many strong mechanical players. They've got Nxzer, I think they have Stubbs, they've got Save, they've got Stabbuilt, they've got a whole bunch of people that are just insane players mechanically as well. I think Hardbase is on that team as well, so a really stacked roster, to be honest. Small as well, huge strength in that team. So if they can bring it out of mid, neither of these teams have a lot of practice. And you could see, even though, like, when I was talking to Gino yesterday, he said he was having an off day. He wasn't, calling in well as mid as he usually does, that kind of thing. So I think if Give Me Your Energy shows up today, I think they could actually, if they start playing outside of mid, I would say they have a really good chance of taking this game.
It's hard to play a base to base, man, or hard to play like some non mid strat, man. There's so much room for error, and when teams play that way, and especially if they're unpracticed that way, the game can fall apart so fast.
And I think if you look at the midfield presence of AM Average, they are running some really strong people in mid. And I mean, you and I have played with Small and Blueprint before a lot, and just those two guys are immense in keeping a team up in mid when the going gets tough, right? So even if Gino's team gets the upper hand at some point, let's say they down someone, I don't think it's one of those things where it's like they're just going to immediately snowball off that. I think they definitely can, but I don't think it's so cut and dry just because of how good of a team AM Average is. I don't know if this is going to play into it as much as it has in the past. I know that Dan has kind of some lag issues sometimes, just because of his location and
Caribbean men.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't know if that's going to play too much of an issue. I know he still does amazing despite having like 500 MS sometimes. But what do you guys think? Like, do you think that could actually play a factor?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I mean, I obviously, playing from Europe and stuff myself, I constantly play MSs around at least 100. And in a couple of games that I played at around 300 to 400. You can feel the difference in the gameplay. It's just the reactions from the response time from when you press a button to when it actually executes within the game. But the only thing it can really affect isn't the mechanical side of the game. As far as it comes to playing objectively and being in places on time or whatever, it shouldn't really affect his game at all unless he's getting serious lag spikes where he's going to be running on the spot for a couple seconds. But other than that, I don't really think that it should affect much at all, to be honest. Well, the team fight side, I guess it could as well. But
why are people in chat saying Give Me Energy isn't playing today?
Yeah, I just got that information as well.
That's pretty funny.
We got a little bit of incorrect information, so it's actually Gone Fishing going up.
Thanks, Conk.
Energy. Yeah,
nice.
Conk. No, it's not Conk's fault. It's whatever happened. All right, so let's
start.
Let's bring it
all back in. Everybody. Yeah. All right. Gone Fishing is playing today. My boys are just solid at fishing, and they're just gonna go into the lake of Warsong Gulch. And I'm sorry, I just cursed. The lake of Warsong Gulch and just fish the hell out of AM Average today. So we got Kind Creation as FC. This is not someone who really you see queuing pugs that much.
No.
I don't know if you guys have seen him too much in like pleb maids or pre-maids and stuff before either, but based off this roster that I'm seeing right now on Twink Info, what do you guys think about Team Gone Fishing? Is there any names that stick out to you? Anything that stands out to you?
I've played Destruct a lot in the last couple of gulches I've done over the weeks, and he's pretty solid. He's got some good positioning. I don't know. I've only had the one experience where we played them so many months ago. I don't know. It feels like so many months ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I always talk about how it's cool to see all these players.
They were active near the start of the NWL, like playing pugs and stuff like that. Like Kind Creation was always in Pizza's stream. He was always trying to get tips, that kind of thing, and he improved a lot in a very short amount of time. He went from being someone that was consistently making mistakes to someone who's making quite a few good decisions in games, actually. So I hope that he has been practicing. I haven't been seeing him in 19s, but maybe he's practicing in 20s or something like that. A lot of those skills do translate. And the thing about Gone Fishing is that there's actually a lot of very veteran players on that team. You've got Curly, Sheen, Vexen, Delayed, Destruct. All these guys have been playing for a long time. They just kind of have floated a little bit outside of the 19s bracket, But if you think back to our game against them exactly, very similar situation to exactly what was going on against Give Me Your Energy, right? They are not going to succeed in mid. I'll tell you that right now. Unless there's been huge changes, they're not going to succeed against a double boomy comp like this. And their strength is going to be bringing the FC across and trying to create some sort of situation where they need to come out of mid.
Dude, who can survive mid against a double boomy comp? It's fucking super fucking brutal.
Mm-hmm.
The composition fucking is so much pressure.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about double boomy then? I can't think of anything that actually can beat a double boomy except for another double boomy.
Yeah, double boomy.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to
or Guardian Druid.
Or Guardian Druid.
Not even.
We all know that there's only one person that can play Guardian Druid in this bracket right now, and he's doing the pregame show at the moment. So
yeah, not even, dude. Yeah. Double boomy just has way too much pressure. It's so easy for double boomy to just both of them just like Moonfire, Sunfire, like the entire backline and the entire team, and then like set up a kill and then rot the entire team out and just pick off people one by one. And every time we've played a game where it's double boomy, it's exactly what I just said. Like one frontliner dies and then just everyone drops like flies. It's super brutal, and like I don't even think like 4 healers can pick that slack up. It's super difficult.
But apart from that, though, I think the one downside to some of the double boomy things I've seen in the past is when you're playing double boomy, I feel like a lot of teams get a little bit more confident in team just because of it, because they're like, oh, we have 2 boomkins, right? We can just rot the team, we can pick anyone off, it'll be fine. But the thing is with double boomy, I feel like some booming, they immediately get a little bit too overconfident with their positioning. They kind of push up a little bit because it's like, we can just get super offensive because we're double boomy, right? We have Berserker buffs, we have everything, we're set. We can just push into them and basically just do whatever and have our way. And I think that the easiest way Gone Fishing could be able to turn it around on that is to take advantage of one of these boomkins, positioning, basically. So, I mean, maybe they'll be able to do that here today. Who knows? The boomkins they're facing, they're some of the top players in the bracket, I think, and they're very solid, and they don't typically make those kind of mistakes. But you never know, right? Overconfidence is a huge downfall of, I think, a lot of people in this bracket.
So what about the whole picking the flag situation as well? Because when you're running a double druid and you don't have a resto druid, a lot of that does come down to the hunter, right? And that kind of can create a situation like I hope Gone Fishing is listening right now, because they're getting some good ideas, I would say. If they can play some sort of defense and really contest that hunter from picking up the flag, then could
double hunter always is the counter to hunter FC. Mm-hmm. It's impossible for like 100 outmaneuver. Not even Grizzle can do that. It's just a death sentence.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like as far as it goes with picking up the flag and stuff, if you're running double boomkin, your main strategy is you're going to go in there, you're putting all your eggs in the basket of winning that team fight, controlling mid, keeping them in the GY. So at that point, you should be able to read the map, have a look where the enemy team's hunters are, where the stealthies are, have they recently died? If no, check the scoreboards, check the desk, just in case it got overlooked. If they are in stealth, you may need to send assistance up with like the hunter or one of the boomkins to go pick the flag and bring you back down tunnel. And you're playing for tunnel control when you're playing a double boomkin comp. I completely feel that that's the way that you have to go, the only direction you can really take, because if it gets to the point where you're starting to like break a boomy off to go pick up a flag and they can break a hunter off, to go contest, it becomes so messy that boomkin can't buy as much time holding a flag as a resto druid FC could. So I feel that that's the only way to play it, and if you're not going to be winning that fight in mid, then you've pretty much just thrown the game. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Conk did mention that there's a lot of I guess roster changes with this team too, Gone Fishing, fairly recently that we might not have heard about just because they've been kind of under wraps. I don't know how that's going to affect. I don't know how that's going to affect anything here too. I think synergy is a big thing, right? And we use that buzzword a lot. But I think synergy between people is a big thing.
Buzzword.
It is a buzzword, and I hate it. All the time. But I mean, it is one of those things.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know, man. Playing with like a group of people that are comfortable with each other, it makes like all the difference, man. Like, I Yeah. Like when you throw me and a bunch of people, like if I play with anybody that's not like the people on my team, like it's a shit show. It's completely different. Excuse me for cursing. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
that
kind
is.
of groove into a way in playing with certain people, when you all kind of bounce off each other really well once you spend time playing with each other. And like you say, you throw yourself into a group of new people and they don't quite know how you do it. Like say if you're like a target caller or, if you're a boomkin druid, the way that you follow damage on target and stuff, how many surges you like to dump into one target on a swap and stuff like that. It can really affect the outcome of a team fight, especially. So I completely understand what you mean. It does going to completely depend on like how comfortable they are playing with each other, and not necessarily how much experience they have playing together, but it's more about if they don't have the experience, how well are they going to gel together
Yeah.
quickly, and that's going to be a big deciding factor of how their team play is going to.
And that's actually one thing that I think is underestimated about Ham Average is that they have all these mechanical players, and then all of a sudden Blueprint's coming in. And Blueprint has known these guys forever, played with them in EU, played with them in GSC, and he's regarded to be one of the best leaders in the bracket, right up there with HB and Pizza and all that stuff. So they're looking really strong now that they've picked up Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint solid, man.
Is Blueprint going to be playing the Priest?
Yes.
Are they going to run the double Priest?
Sorry?
Will they be running the double Priest?
I imagine, yes.
So you'll be playing
Small
the
in
offensive
him.
Control, I presume, yeah.
Yeah. Two very good priests.
Yeah, two really good priests. Two of the best out there right now.
Yeah.
They're going to have a hard time going fishing in the team fight, in my opinion. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how the games go, but I'm not quite sure Gunfish is going to be able to push them back all that much enough to make a difference to be able to win the game. To be honest, that's just my opinion, guys.
What do you think Gone Fishing has to do to actually win the game? We're talking about what they're not going to be able to do, but what do you think they are going to be able to do, and what do you think is going to be tough for Ham Average to handle from Gone Fishing?
That's a good question. I think they're going to have to be really, really good with the objective plays. Maybe pull out a different kind of strategy, a different approach, maybe like a whole dodge the team fight kind of strategy, the whole Muskie run up the tunnel kind of strategy.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the best ways to get them tilted. If they can get Hey I Maybe G tilted, then and get them unaware and unsure about what play they're trying to make next, that's going to be their biggest advantage.
That's your strategy? Put them on tilt?
It really works, though, right?
It's not a bad
you can laugh at it, but
it's worked in the past.
It is mind games completely in any tournament standard gameplay, or even if it's not a tournament, even if it's just a friendly. Getting someone on tilt, getting them thinking what to do next, get the comms messy so that people are asking too many questions at the same time. Not everyone's getting an answer. Not everyone knows what to do because they've not gotten the answer that they need. That's the really, really best way. To screw a team up completely. You can tear a team down from the inside, right? And that's the best way to do it, Yeah, exactly. And
the art of war.
In this meta at 19 Twinking right now, it really is easy to do that. You do one or two things at maximum. That's all you need to do to throw someone out of line. Just do that one or two things different than what you'd normally do. And then people kind of oh, why is this happening? Why is this not happening? Oh, what are they doing? People kind of lose their position on the map, and then you can take advantage of that as a team. But it has to be really well thought out, I believe, to be able to execute that consistently. So it might take a little bit of luck at the same time, but why not? Just give it a go, right? They got 3 games. They can try and fool around in one game, see if it works well for them. If not, they can go for the usual strat, team fight, and see how they fare there. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever plays their card right and gets the upper hand will obviously have such a big snowball.
I think Gone Fishing actually uses a rogue as well, which is very big in this situation where we're talking about playing a more base to base strategy. I hope they're running a rogue. I really do, because it can really, really shake things up when you're trying to commit with maybe your hunter and your 1 boomy or 2 hunters or something like that. You have to be worried about them killing your FC, because you don't know where the rogue is. Maybe they can gimp you, and when you're doing that, you'll have to commit people out of mid. And this is exactly how you need to be thinking about the game. You need to get them out of mid. You need to get them into a situation where they're, like Blackout said, they're asking questions. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And I think that's really crucial. So what do you guys think? On your money, who are you going to put it on?
I'm gonna have to put it on. I think I'm gonna have to put it on AM average. I say it every time, and I love a good underdog story, but I think AM average is gonna take this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same.
I love a dark horse. I really do, but just because I know the guys, I'm going to have to say, hey, I'm average as well.
Yeah.
But I really love the whole dark horse story. I hope it comes through.
And I love playing devil's advocate too, but I just can't do it here. Honestly, I don't think that they have the practice. I don't think that they have the leadership right now. I'm giving it to Hey I'm Average as well. They've got blueprint. They've got small. They've just got so many strong players, strong names, guys that play all the time. You really can't argue with it.
Well, I hope if we've got any guys from Gone Fishing listening to what we're saying right now and our opinions on what the outcome's going to be, that you guys can take that and do your best to prove us wrong.
Yeah, prove us wrong. We'd love to see it.
Yep.
Make an amazing series.
All right, guys, so we're going to take a little bit of a break. It's going to be Blackout and I casting this series in about 5 minutes. I got to load up my WoW and see what's going on, so we'll take a little bit of a break. Don't go anywhere. Go get your I don't know, coffee, whatever you need to. Stay tuned to the NWL, and we'll be right back.